Good evening, everyone. We'll start the session now. Last class we discussed about the introduction to the software testing. In that introduction to software testing, where I explained about the what is software testing, advantages of software testing, so difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. So some of the major activities during the manual testing, some of the major activities software companies such as coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. These are the topics which we discussed in the last class. Now, types of software testing. Types of software testing. We have in general, we follow the two kind of approaches to test the applications. One is manual testing. The second one, automation testing. The two kind of approaches. Sir, what is manual testing? Manual testing means without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations. It's called manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Whereas okay, when we go for the manual testing, without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Now, when you go for the manual testing, for manual testing, we prepare test cases and those are used to validate application. Okay, for manual testing, we prepare the test cases and those are used to validate the application. Okay, now example, I want to verify next button in a Gmail login page. So for this, I want to write the test case. How we can write the test case for this? Step 1, step number, step description, expected result, actual result and the status of the step. So now this is my requirement number. So the next button I want to test. For that I want to write the test case. First step. See, test case in simple English or understandable format we are going to write. Enter or click on next. If I click on next, when without entering email, what the expectation here? Error message should pop up. Right. Step 2. Enter invalid email, then click on next. What is the expected result here? Again, error message should pop up. So step 3. Enter valid email, then click on next. What is the expectation? No? Ask for password. Ask for password. So this is the way how we can write the test cases. So in proper format, in real time, we are going to write. Later, we are going to see how we can write the real time entries. Now, manual testing, it will be like this. The next one I want to check. As a testing engineer, what I will do, we have to write the test cases. So then what we'll do, so by operating application, we have to observe the how it responding. Accordingly, we are going to provide the step status, test status in terms of pass or fail. So that is the manual testing. Let me show to you manual testing. What is the first step? Click on next without enter the email. So now I'm going to enter the, so Without enter the email, I click on the next. We got the error message. So I'm going to say that here error message displayed. What is the status we can give? Passed, not failed, because your expectations are matching, right? Passed. Now step 2. Enter the invalid email, then click on next. Now I'm going to enter the invalid email. Click on next. Oh, so with that some user mail ID is there. The reason I got it is some mail ID is created by someone. Okay. Invalid email I'm going to click like this. So here also error message displayed. Then if I enter the valid email, this is what the manual testing all about. You should ask for password, right? Like this. Now, what we can say password field. Right. Pass. This is what the manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. For manual testing, we prepare test cases and those are used to validate application. Right. But what is the major disadvantage when I go for the manual testing? What time consuming it is. Takes the more time. Right. Now automation testing. What is automation testing? Generally, any task or activity performed with help of tool or programs is called automation. Any task or activity performed with help of tool any task or activity performed with help of tool or programs is called automation. So same way, automating human activities In order to validate application, automating human activities in order to validate application is called automation testing. Right. Automating human activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. Right. But what are the possibilities are there for automation testing? Automation testing can be performed automation testing can be performed using programming languages. It is possible no? Using programming languages or using some scripting languages. Using scripting languages or using some third-party tools. Using some third-party tools like Selenium or QTP or UFT, test complete, playwright, right, something like this. But whenever we go for the automation testing, we need to develop the automation test scripts. As simple as like this one, diagrammatically, if you observe that. So now this is the application, this is a test engineer. What he can do, no? He will use the some tools here. In the tool, we are going to develop the automation test script. We develop the automation test script. Depends on the tool which are going to different tools, different language supports. So Selenium, you can use Java, QTP, VB script, Playwright, JavaScript, like this, different kind of tools we are going to use. But automation testing advantage, no, fast in execution. Fast in execution. An advantage. More consistency, more accuracy we are going to get when you go for the automation testing. Right. So if you want to get a job as a test engineer, so what type of skill set required for us? First thing, you should have the knowledge on manual testing concepts. You should have the knowledge on manual testing concepts. Then second thing, you should have the knowledge on any one of the automation tool, such as Selenium, that is one of the leading automation tool in the market. Then you should have the any one of the defect reporting tool like Jira. Any one of the defect reporting tool like Jira. So there is a different kind of skill set required for the test engineers. Okay. So these things which are going to cover. Okay. These are the first chapter of ours. Introduction to the software testing. Now, second chapter for us. Introduction to software. Introduction to software. So what are the topics we cover here? Means first, what is the meaning of software program? Then what is software? Types of software, such as product-based software, project-based software. Product-based software, project-based software. Difference among them: client, end user, and customer. Difference among the client, end user, and customer. Then types of environments. Types of environments. Then again, types of software, such as system software, programming software, then application software. So these are the topics. Okay. So software program, software, types of software, types of software, product-based software, project-based software, like this. The first one, if I go for the software program, how do you define set of statements, logics, and related data to perform specific task in a system is called a software program. Set of statements, logics, and related data to perform specific task in a system is called software program. If I go for simple Java program, right? Suppose like this, int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20, int c equal to a star b I given, then system dot out dot print ln of c. Simple Java program I written. Now here we have set of statements are not. Okay, now here, what is the task it is to perform? Multiplication. How do you say it is? By saying A star, B is there. No? This is called logic. That is the logic. Which values it will go for multiplication? 10 and 20. This is what the data are values. Now see how we can define the software program set of statements or logics related data to perform specific task in a system. Now, what is the meaning of software? Software set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system is called software. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system is called software. Okay. Set of instructions or programs. For example, the notepad which I'm using is software. Calculator is a software. ICICIbank.com is a software. YouTube.com software. Google.co.in is a software. Now, based on development, based on development, software can be categorized into two types. One is product-based software. Second one is called project-based software. Product-based software, project-based software. So what is the difference it is? Now here I have the assume that no? ICICIbank.com is there, gmail.com is there. Which one comes under product based? Which one comes under project based? So now understand my here. Product based software means whenever software developed based on generic or standard requirements of a particular industry or segment of people in market, then those are called product based software. Whenever software developed based on generic or standard requirements of a particular industry or segment of people in market, then those are called product based software. Example, so Gmail is not developed based on the one person or one company. They did survey in the market, base side is developed. So it is a product based software. Then ICICI Bank, that project based. That means whenever software developed based on particular client or organization requirements, then it is called project based software. Then it's called project based software. Right now, Okay, more like this it is. Difference among the client, end user, and company. Difference among the client, end user, company. Understand my here. Client, also called as customer, a stakeholder. Client, also called a customer or stakeholder. Two ways we can define them like this. It can be an organization. It can be an organization or individual person who will provide requirements to develop the software. It can be an organization or individual person who will provide requirements to develop the software. Or it can be an organization or individual person who will provide the requirements to develop the software or who will buy the license to use software in their business. In their business. Okay, well, like this. End user means a person who will use software in their business. The person who will use software in their business. End user. Third one is company. Company means it is an organization where software developed as per client requirements. As per client requirements. That's the company we are going to call. It is an organization. So where software developed as per the client requirements. Now, based on work, based on work. There are two types of companies in IT industry. One is product based company. Second one is service based company. What is the meaning of product based company? Company which will focus on their own products to develop. Company which will focus on their own products to develop. That is the product based company we are going to call. Example: Google, Microsoft, Dell, HP. These are the product based companies. They focus their own products. Now, Gold Seeker. So this comes under product based companies. Okay. Service based company means company which will develop individual projects for individual clients. Example, if I go TCS, names Tata Consulting Services, Infosys, Essential. These are comes under service based companies. Okay, like this. Okay, now what are the things concepts we discussed today? What is the manual testing, automation testing? Manual testing, automation testing. So what is manual testing? Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior. Service. So next one we discussed about the introduction to software. What is software program? What is software? Types of software like product based software, project based software. Then difference among the client, end user, and the company. Okay, the topics we discussed. Who are already registered for this batch? Just give the number. Send your mail ID to me. So this is my WhatsApp number. Try to send your mail ID and a paid receipt also. So I'm going to add you into the WhatsApp group to share the notes. Okay.
సార్
So try
చాట్
to.
బాక్స్ లో పెట్టాలా మెయిల్ ఐడి అనేది?
So no, ఇది నా వాట్సాప్ నెంబర్ సేవ్ చేసుకొని నాకు సెండ్ చేయండి.
ఓకే సార్. అంటే సార్ రిసిప్ట్ అంటే మేము ప్యాకేజ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ సార్, అందుకే ప్యాకేజ్ స్టూడెంట్ నేను. ఫుల్
పే చేస్తారు, అమౌంట్ పే చేస్తుంటే పర్లేదు.
ఓకే, అంటే మీరు రిసిప్ట్ అంటున్నారు కదా, మీకు మరి ఏది పెట్టాలి? ఐడి కార్డ్ పెట్టమంటారా లేదంటే అంటే ఓన్లీ ఆ రిసిప్టే పెట్టాలా? ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా రిసిప్ట్ అది?
పేడ్ చేసినట్టు ఏది ఉంటే అది పెట్టండి మసాలా.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
So that is the class for us today. Monday we have the class. Tomorrow we don't have. So Monday I'll continue the session. Okay. Thank you. See you on Monday. I will share the notes. Suppose I will share the notes today. Okay. So Manogna, Sujina. Hemant, is it clear, ma? Any doubts are there? Hemant or Manogna?
No, man. No, sir. No, sir.
Sujina,
It's
doubts
clear.
are there? Okay. Okay. Thank you. See you on Monday. Bye.